Hello, my name is Stephen Simon. I'm a master's student at the University of Texas at Brownsville. This is my midterm debriefing on October the 14th, 2014 for Dr. Sam Pan in EDTC6332, a key assessment as I approach graduation. What you see on the screen in front of you is my Gantt chart showing all that I've completed thus far, indicated by these check boxes, and with the beginning and ending start dates of my tasks. I'm currently completing Module 2 of my online training, which exemplifies the steps one needs to complete to access their medical records through Practice Fusion's online portal for patients. It is called Patient Fusion. Everything is on schedule, even though I've experienced one complete system crash since commencing this semester. My ultimate goal is to have a fully functional online set of lessons to help people gain online access to their medical records. It will be accessible in both English and Spanish within the modules. Let's take a look at what this module looks like. First, we'll look at it in Articulate. So this is Articulate version 2, and let's go to the story view. In the story view, you can see my home page and how it flows through the other sections of the lesson, all denoted in notation format of 1.0, 1.1, up to where we are today, which is where we've completed to thus far. To look at it in HTML, we'll look at it through Firefox. This is what it looks like inside Firefox. This is the splash screen. And notice that this is the number of lessons that we've completed thus far. Let's look at the next slide, which is an introduction to the cloud-based portal. Notice that I branch to allow the user to skip the introduction entirely if they want to, but I will show you. So this screen is about what is Practice Fusion, which is a practice management cloud-based software system. Once a patient enrolls, then they have full access to all of their lab results, medication history, all of their present medications, their diagnoses, educational materials that are related to their diagnoses, and secure email communications with the doctor that is HIPAA compliant. So, again, here's another branch, which is a training branch of what they'd like to do today as either a first-time user or just refreshing one's understanding. Let's look at the first-time user screen. In this screen, I just basically instruct them to log into the system using that URL, which is active if they wish to use it. I'll show you. Didn't give us a true link there. Okay, I will work on that. Here's the next screen, what's in the portal, which is basically allowing you to interact with your doctor's office with the objective of improving the overall quality of care, providing peace of mind, and developing a stronger connection in their personal relationship with their doctor. This screen tells them that they should have received an email and a PIN number when the doctor's office enrolled them, and indicates that when they are ready, they have both the email and their personal identification number in hand. They are ready to click the hyperlink so that they can create their account. This is the initial logon page, and here I use a series of callouts so that all they have to do is roll their cursor over each data field to see what exactly they need to input. These are the ones that I created with the instructions, including the one that generally trips up many patients, which is the password. And I remind them to write it down to make sure they have it memorized, which they have to retype exactly there. And then they have to answer a series of security questions. So, again, here we're going to either branch back to let them do it again, or to let them proceed forward once they've successfully logged in. If they say, "No, I'm good," access is granted, and this is the screen that they should see. So if you think back to the beginning of when we launched the module, it asked them if they were a first-time user or if they wanted to just go to the review. And here is the review screen. This is where it would have branched to if they would have clicked that back at the front door. Notice that here we've got requesting refills, accessing prescriptions, their lab results, accessing and interpreting codes, having a secure electronic communications with their doctor. But more importantly, I have login errors, the most common ones, and the recover. So they can click this, and it'll ask them what would they like to do, and tell them not to worry. They can start over, which branches back to the beginning. They can fix an incorrect password length, or another common error, a username is already taken. If they click this one, here is a reminder of the incorrect password length and how it works. If they have a username that already exists, it branches to here, where it tells them to choose a different username. Or they can start over. Clicking the next screen, you'll see the empty templates that I have prepared that are ready to accept the additional modules that are in development as this midterm debriefing was recorded. There's one for electronic communications, diagnosis codes, labs, and prescriptions. So branching back to our Articulate version 2, this is the story view board. Or you can just go straight to the home screen and see to the left here how the scenes are organized and what it looks like with all of the triggers that I have for each one individually. The instructional solution will look like this in the final analysis. And it is taking very serious shape now, and it flows pretty nicely. I may work the flow a little bit more to make it a little bit more seamless for the iPad, but I can build this in HTML, HTML5, Flash, and the Apple iPad version. My end product looks like this. Notice that I've already added the Espanol button here so that when I'm ready to develop the Spanish slides that'll parallel the English slides. The user can go back and forth between English and Spanish slides. The most important lesson that I've learned is that sometimes your subject matter expert can allow scope creep to occur, which is okay, so long as you as the instructional designer maintain control over your project. Also, I cannot overemphasize the importance of backup. I had a system crash last week and lost about 2 days worth of file work. And while that can be daunting to some, it only meant that I had to recreate the work that I'd already done, which went faster than it did the first time that I created it. Nonetheless, I cannot overly stress the importance of redundant backups. And what I mean by redundant is to have everything backed up on a thumb drive that's an external device that you can carry with you to another computer, or a cloud-based solution. iCloud's a good one. Google Drive is another good one. I use both of those. And I also have a small Buffalo server inside my office that I can just globally copy all of my document database to periodically. Unfortunately, I had not done this prior to my system crash. So while I had it redundantly backed up, I did not have that 48-hour period backed up. I will finish this training module on time. And I do have my Gantt chart to refer to. This one here that we started with. The biggest issue, which may interest the class, is that of the importance of redundant backup. This single issue is paramount to being a successful instructional designer, in my opinion. Thank you. This is my midterm debriefing. This is Steve Simon, signing off.